Good morning. This is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange and coming at you guys with another daily dose of motivation. And before I get into it, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another post from me. Today I want to talk about slowing down. We tend to want to rush into things and get things and make things happen so quickly that we forget to slow it down and take our time to make sure everything is right with it. That's where you get mistakes and things because you're not analyzing all things. Not everything requires a race. Perfection takes time. So I'm going to leave you with a quote. Don't be discouraged because things aren't happening as fast as you like. All seasons serve a purpose. So don't be, down because something is not happening for you right away and you're just trying at it. But if you're being consistent with something, it's going to pick up. Or it might just not be. It's going to be it's going to show you that maybe that's not the right way to go, but at least you slowed it down, took the time to view that, see what wasn't working, and you adjusted. When we rush into stuff, we be wanting it to just work out, and then we just crash and burn, and we just give up on it. You have to be patient. All right, so that's my message for today, is slow it down a little bit. Enjoy life. Just try not to rush into something. Competition is competition, but depending on what you're doing, the greater outcome is the quality in what you put into it. All right. Let's go. Definitely want to get into some rules for slowing down and enjoying life more. How many of us can do that? Have you just really sat down and thought about that? It's an irony of our modern lives that while technology is continually invented that saves us time, we use that time to do more and more things. So our lives are more fast-paced and hectic as ever. And you know what? Life moves at a fast pace that it seems to pass us by before we can really enjoy it. Before you know it, years don't pass. And it's like, wow, what really have I done at this time? Especially if it's something that's so routine. And, days are just going by. And however, it doesn't have to be this way. Let's rebel against a hectic lifestyle and slow down to enjoy life. Let's try to do that. A slower paced life means making time to enjoy your mornings instead of rushing off to work in a frenzy. It means taking time to enjoy whatever you're doing, to appreciate the outdoors, to actually focus on whoever you're talking to or spending time with, instead of always being connected to a device such as your phone, laptop, whatever. Instead of always thinking about work tasks and emails, it means single tasking rather than switching between a multitude of tasks and focusing on none of them. Slowing down is a conscious choice and not always an easy one, but it leads to a greater appreciation for life and a greater level of happiness. And here's how you do it. Do less. I know it's hard to slow down when you are trying to do a million things. Instead, make the conscious choice to do less. Focus on what's really important, what really needs to be done, and let go of the rest. So get rid of the unnecessary. You can't be wearing so many hats. You can't please everybody. Everything just can't be done. You can't be Superman, Superwoman. Put space between task and appointment so you can move through your days as a more leisurely pace. Be present. It's not enough to just slow down. You need to actually be mindful of whatever you're doing at the moment, because sometimes we just be moving too quick that, we're not even focused on what's going on. Next thing you know, you wake up and it's evening time. And it's like, man, where did the day go? That means when you find yourself thinking about something you need to do, or something that's already happened, or something that might happen, gently bring yourself back to the present moment. Focus on what's going on right now, on your actions, on your environment, on others around you. This takes practice, but it's essential. Disconnect. Don't always be connected. If you carry around a device, shut it off. Better yet, learn to leave it behind when possible. If you work on a computer most of the day, have times when you disconnect so you can focus on other things. So regroup your mind. You got to give yourself a break from it. Being connected all the time means we're subject to interruptions. We're constantly stressed about information coming in. We are at our mercy of the demands of others. It's hard to slow down when you're always checking new messages coming in. Just like a regular work day, it's required by law that you take your breaks and lunches. You have to do that for yourself. So being an independent business owner, you have to think of that mindset. Allow your time for some disconnect time, so you can just refresh a little bit and then go back into it. Not saying an entire day, but detach yourself a little bit from something. If you know there's not a deadline and a meeting at that moment, and you just have a little available space, use that time. Those emails can wait. Focus on people. Too often we spend time with friends and family, or meet with colleagues, and we're not really there with them. We distracted with everything. And that's kind of the age of now. Everybody's in their phones, looking down, doing stuff. And I know I'm guilty of it. I am. So I have to work on that myself. So we are there, but our minds are on things we need to do. We listen, but we're really thinking about ourselves and what we want to say. None of us are immune to this, but with conscious effort, you can shut off the outside world and just be present with the person you're with. This means that just a little time spent with your family and friends can go a long way. A much more effective use of your time, by the way. It means we really connect with people rather than just meeting with them. So, I know that's something I have to work on myself. So I'm not giving you steps that are beneficial to you. I'm giving steps that I truly need for myself as well. That's what makes this personable for me. Appreciate nature. Many of us are shut in our homes and offices and cars and trains most of the time, and rarely do we get the chance to go outside. And often when people are outside, they're talking in their phones. Instead, take the time to go outside and really observe nature. Take a deep breath of fresh air. Enjoy the serenity of water and greenery. Exercise outdoors when you can, or find other outdoor activities to enjoy, such as nature walks, hiking, swimming, etc. Feel the sensations of water and wind and earth against your skin. Try to do this daily, by yourself or with loved ones. Again, eat slower. I mentioned this before. Instead of cramming food down our throats as quickly as possible, leading to overeating and a lack of enjoyment of food, learn to eat slowly. Be mindful of each bite. Appreciate the flavors and textures. Eating slowly has the double benefit of making you fuller on less foods and making the food taste better. I suggest learning to eat more real foods as well, with some great spices instead of fat and salt and sugar and frying for flavor. Drive slower. Speeding driving is a pretty prevalent habit in our fast-paced world, but it's also responsible for a lot of traffic accidents, stress, and wasted fuel. Instead, make it a habit to slow down when you drive. Appreciate your surroundings. Make it a peaceful time to contemplate your life and the things you're passing. Driving will be more enjoyable and much safer. You'll use less fuel too, and get in the habit of starting your day a little earlier, so you can do that, not having to, you got to be in work at a certain time and you speeding down the highway. Find pleasure in anything. This is related to being present, but taking it a step farther. Whether you're doing whatever you're doing, be fully present. And also appreciate every aspect of it and find the enjoyable aspects. For example, when washing dishes, instead of washing through it as a boring chore to be finished quickly, really feel the sensations of the water, the suds, the dishes. It can really be an enjoyable task if you learn to see it that way. The same applies to other chores: washing the car, sweeping, dusting, laundry, and anything you do, actually. Life can be so much more enjoyable if you learn this simple habit. Throw on some music instead, dance around, and, get some joy out of it. It's a chore, I get it. But if you make it fun, you're not thinking about the task more. You're thinking about the happiness you're getting from just having a moment's peace to yourself to do whatever you want to do. Single task. The opposite of multitasking. Focus on one thing at a time. When you feel the urge to switch to other tasks, pause, breathe, and pull yourself back. Now this one, I know that's hard for me to do. I can multitask like a mug. Have a conversation with you, texting somebody, doing this. But yeah, it can become overwhelming. It definitely can. And last but not least, breathe. I cannot stress that enough. You gotta breathe. That's why I talk to you guys so slowly, because it gives you an opportunity to just calm down, gather your thoughts, slow down, and think about it. Breathe. When you find yourself speeding up and stressing out, pause. Take a deep breath. That helps so much, especially when your heart's racing through an anxiety. Breathing has such a benefit for anything. Take a couple of more as well. So just to take yourself back. You just feel like you're, especially if it's something that just causes a reaction quickly, or, you got a temper and you just got to get this out. I'm mad. You got to know when to fall all the way back. Woosah. You got to do that. Really feel the air coming into your body and feel the stress going out. By fully focusing on each breath, you bring yourself back to the present and slow yourself down. It's also nice to take a deep breath or two, and it's, wherever you can get it. It could be at your desk at work. Just take a minute, close your eyes, take those breaths, and do it now if you have to, and see what I mean. Just think about the rise and fall of your chest. Listen to the surroundings of you as far as what you're hearing. You're just hearing all the senses and all the things, just do this in a quiet area though, if you can. Now, if you can't, still close those eyes and breathe a little bit. If you got to calm down, if you got to talk to yourself, it's going to be all right. You'll be fine. Calm down. You can talk to yourself. It's okay. Because you have to. You have to be your protector of everything. Nobody else can. Yeah, you might have your go-to people when you're having a bad day, but if you learn how to self-soothe, self-cope, you get through life a lot easier when you can handle it. And it helps to eliminate a lot of things like medications and things like that we, they're so quick to throw on you. There are self-coping mechanisms that you can definitely do. And one thing I always encourage: exercise, meditation. Because even with exercise, after you got that great workout out, you take that great shower, it gives you the energy that you need, and you feel better. And you look better. You're still conscious of what you're eating and drinking. So your body is feeling better too. As well as meditation. Meditation just takes a moment out your day to where you're only focusing on the activity that's going on and the surround sounds around you. So if you're doing it with music, you're doing it without. It's a task that requires you to put everything down, find a nice, quiet, calm place, distraction-free, and just mentally resting your mind. I love it. I enjoy doing it. You have to unwind yourself every day if you can at least help it. But on that note, of course, I never try to go over 20 minutes, so I'm coming up on that. But people, just learn to take those mental breaks. Do that for yourself. I guarantee you'll be a much better person. And I know we're busy people, especially you're the sole owner of it and you're the only operator of it. It's okay. 15 minutes is not going to hurt you, even if it's just that. But you got to rest yourself. And I'm talking to me. I go from work. Sometimes I don't even take breaks at work. I'm not going to lie. I'll take my lunch. But I've tried to make myself get up for that lunch, away from the computer, to go eat. So I'm saying this to work on me as well. But until the next time, you guys, this is Miss Maggie T. And make sure you guys tune in tonight. Now, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go. It's going to be a live show or it's going to be a premiere of a show that we've already done with the Shun and One podcast. They are out of St. Louis that we was invited to and we traveled for. So, but I'll keep you updated on that. All right, guys. Y'all enjoy today. Get your morning back. All right. Have a wonderful day, people. Peace.